Hey darlings, and welcome back to Everything Tumbler Tutorials with Creative Vinyl Designs. So here we're going to work on a pencil tumbler today. So I want to show you how we're going to bring up the chevron piece. So as you can see, I've already brought it in from the computer. So now I just want to insert the image into Design Space. Okay, here's where we're going to size it. Since I am using a 20-ounce skinny, I've already got it measured out as to how wide this little piece needs to be. So I'm going to go a hair over because I'd rather be a smidge over than short, and I can always cut this. Okay, so now we're just going to go up to the right hand corner and click Make It. Alright, and then I'm going to click Continue. Just changed my material to vinyl, and I'm going to go ahead and click on the fast mode. Either way, I can put it on fast mode because it's going to be an easy cut. Okay, now that we're all done cutting, I'm going to unload this from the mat and I will meet you at the table. Darlings, okay, we are back at the table now and we're ready to get started. I want to let you know I've already cut this out and I wanted to pull and weed this back with you. But I want to talk about these fun new glitters that I want to share with you on. This is what we're going to use to make this pencil cup happen. So we're going to use the Pirate Metallic Fine Black. I'm going to use Vacay Metallic Fine Gold, Pretty in Pink. It's a chunky holographic mix, and that's going to be for the base of the what should be yellow. We're going to spice it up a little bit. I'm going to use the Sterling Silver, also holographic, but I'm not going to do this as a holographic method because you can use this just as regular glitter, and that's what we're going to do today. And then I'm also going to use the Hot Pink, and that's going to be our eraser, so I'm really excited. So also we're going to use this super cute little mermaid brush. Okay, so you can also pick this up at AB Designs. I'll have the link for you down below. I think it's only like $2. It's so stinking cute. So instead of using this one, which you most certainly can, this one's purchased off of Amazon, I just wanted to use a really cute one. So today, to apply our glitter, we're going to use Mod Podge. And I already have my little container with my Mod Podge ready to rock and roll. I'm going to go ahead and peel this back just so that I don't forget later and show this on camera. I just want to show you, we're just going to easily pull this right off. That's how simple that is. Okay, so I'm going to set that off to the side because it's premature for that. Get all my glitters moved over because we're going to start with the black. And then we are just going to go ahead and Mod Podge right onto the cup. As you can see, I did already tape this first step off. I just made sure that it was the tape going all the way around the rim was even. So we're just going to get this on here. I may or may not need another coat, and if I do, I'll just go right back in and we'll do another coat. Okay, let's see, where is my, I like to use the plates too, and I forgot to get my plates. Okay, so I'm going to use the plate to catch my glitter. Now I'm just going to hold the cup down like so. And I'm just going to dump this glitter on here. Now you don't have to seal this if you don't want to, if you have to do a second coat. But if you're not going to seal it, just go very gently. Be very gentle when applying your second coat, just so that you don't smudge any of the original glitter. But because I like to seal everything, I will just go ahead and let this sit off and let it dry, because I can see that it's gonna need another coat, and that is totally okay. Okay, so we are now ready for the second coat on the top. And we're very carefully just gonna go ahead and add the Mod Podge right on to the top. The first coat we already did. Now, though I sealed it, I'm still very careful when applying the second coat of Mod Podge. Okay, now that we have a nice coverage with the black, I'm just going to peel off the tape now, very carefully. Okay, so before I go ahead and apply the vinyl, I do want to seal this one more time just to make sure that I don't do anything to mess this up. So this cup does take, there is a process to it. It's a little bit of patience, but they're beautiful when they're done. So we will come back when this is sealed, dried, and ready for the decal. Okay, so we are back and we're ready to move on to the next step. I made sure this was nice and dry, though I don't want to be pushing hard or messing around with it. I just gently want to set this down, because what I'm going to do is go ahead and tape off the bottom. And basically this is going to be my guide. Okay. So I have that, and now I just want to go ahead and take another piece of painter's tape and go along the top of this one. Okay, so now I can pull off this bottom strip, because this is where my eraser is going to go and this is where my silver is going to go. So it was basically just a guide. Now we're going to move on to this. I want to kind of eyeball as to where I want it, but we're going to peel this all the way off. And we can tweak this if we have to. So just kind of giving it an eyeball as to where we want it. And I just pulled chevron right off Google, so that helped me make this little chevron design for my pencil. Now, pencils are not perfect, but we do want to make this match up as close as we can. And that part can get a little tricky, because I did not snip this to help me manipulate it. So this top part might be just a smidge wonky. Sorry, I'm trying to keep it in frame. So I'm not at all concerned about this bottom part. I'm only concerned about the top. Okay. So it's definitely wonky right here. So I'm gonna have to smush this down, if you will, and then I'm gonna use my X-Acto knife to cut this off. Okay, so again, I'm not concerned that this is not perfect. Pencils aren't perfect in sharpening, so we're gonna go ahead and run that. So let me bring, oh, I guess I don't need that yet. So we're going to use Vacay, which is a metallic fine, for this part right here. So again, we're just gonna Mod Podge right in here very carefully. We'll do a second coat if we need to. Deal. Okay, so I am gonna have to do a second coat because I can see where I missed. This white on white is tricky, but I'm not gonna seal it this time. I wanna show you that you don't necessarily have to seal it to do a second coat. You can go right into another coat. So with that said, I'm gonna put this back into my container because I forgot to use my plates. I was getting so excited. Move on. It's all right, these sheets work just as well. Okay, so I'm gonna show you. We're gonna just do this very, very gently because I am not gonna seal this. So I really kind of wanna have a lot of Mod Podge onto my brush so that way we can go back in and we're not pushing very difficult. We're not gonna push very hard at this point at all. But as you can see, having sealed the black part, the glitter just, the second glitter color just comes right off. So that's the benefit to sealing before you move on to the next color. Also, going right over the color does also save time. As far as the waiting game and the drying process from the glitter, Mod Podge, and the clear seal. So you can just move on to the next step that much quicker. So in this video, I really just wanted to show you both. Uh-oh, I didn't leave myself a little piece. So now I have to very carefully find where it connects, which I think is right here. But we want to be really careful. There we go. Oh, I got lucky right there. This is vinyl that I'm using. I get my fingernail underneath there and just pull very, very carefully. And this was very cheap vinyl. I did not pick a vinyl that was going to stick. I didn't want it to stick very well. And then just brush this off. And we would want to make sure we have all the gold dusted off the black part before we seal it, because once we seal it, it's gonna stick there. Okay. So now I'm gonna go in with the eraser part, and we're gonna use the hot pink. Just making sure I have everything. Okay. All right, so here we go in with the pink. Oh my gosh. Look at how beautiful that is. Oh man, this is so awesome. Oh my gosh, you guys, if you do not have this color, like legit, you need to go get this. All right, let me tap this on here at the bottom. Okay, so it doesn't look like it needs a second coat, but I'm going to do a second coat just to be sure, because I want this like literally just that bright. It is so cool. Let me set that off to the side, and again, I'm just gonna go straight in and get this on there very carefully. Please keep in mind that I'm not rubbing this very hard, and when I feel like it's thinning out on my brush, I go back in and add more, because I don't want it to get gummy and start like making a mess. So we want to be very, very careful. And this is a lot of the times why I like to seal, because then I don't have to be as cautious. Okay. I need to clean that, so I'm not going to put that back into the Mod Podge yet. So let's go ahead and apply the second coat of pink. Okay, so we are back for the next step. So before I forget to mention, I seal my tumblers with Rust-Oleum matte clear seal, just to help from, I can now like handle the glitter without messing it up. So because this is a 20-ounce skinny, I didn't want a wide silver line. So I'm actually just gonna use washi tape, and I'm gonna use this right in here, kind of buddying it up right along the pink. And then I'm just gonna go all the way around. And it's basically just a guide, just as if I would use the painter's tape or electrical tape, but I just did not want the line to be that wide. Now maybe on a 30 skinny or a 30 modern curve, then yeah, I would probably do that. Oh, I put my scissors away 1 second. So I'm just gonna snip that and then leave myself a tail. Okay, and then I'm gonna go back in with the painter's tape, and I'm gonna go right above that. Now I am coming up just a little bit, but that's okay. Just making it just a little bit wider, but still nothing as serious as this painter's tape. And I didn't have anything else thinner to use. So this is what we're going with. Okay, leaving myself a little tail, and then I'm just going to remove the washi tape. So I bought a set of 4 from Michael's in the kids section for the little paintbrushes, and that's actually what I'm going to use for right here. I've already got the Mod Podge ready to go, and we're going to go with Silver Bullet holographic fine, but we're not going to use it as a holographic. So again, I'm just gonna use the Mod Podge and go right in here, being very careful with the pink line. Okay, so now we're just gonna go in with the silver and apply this right onto the cup. Okay, and I will go ahead and go in with a second coat of glitter. Mod Podge and glitter. So remember, what gets onto another color, because we sealed it, you can just literally brush it off. Brush it off gently, but it is doable. And then it doesn't stick. And very carefully, because I did not seal this, once again, I'm very carefully going to apply the second coat. Here I'm just trying to smooth out the Mod Podge. I don't want it to be thick in one place and not the other. And also making sure that I have full Mod Podge coverage. And now let's apply the second coat. Like, this neon eraser is like so cool. I love it. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and pull the tape immediately, but very carefully. Oh, look, it bled. All right, I'm going to have to clean that up before we move to the next step. Gotta love painter's tape. Okay, so other than the little bit of a bleed, that again I'm going to clean up, probably with a baby wipe. Just clean that up very carefully, and then we can come back in with our pretty in pink. This is going to be the base of our pencil. Super, super, super pretty. So if you guys don't use baby wipes in your work yet, you might want to go ahead and get some. They're super inexpensive right on Amazon or any grocery store locally, and pick you up some, because in this kind of a situation they really help a lot being able to clean up. Now, as far as my line right there where I just kind of smudged it just a smidge is not a big deal, because once again, I can fix that line when I apply the final glitter color. But here I'm just trying to clean it up just a smidge. Same with right here. Okay, so there we have it. We have our silver line. Everything is in place. Now we just need to get the center part. Okay guys, and we are back for the last glitter step. And again, we're gonna use Pretty in Pink. And also, before I forget, if anybody lives in a very warm climate and you let your Mod Podge just kind of sit around waiting for you, when you come back to it, just give it a nice little stir. And any clumps, which there aren't any because I've already done it, but if I had any clumps, they would literally just come right out, and then I would just wipe it off with a paper towel. And then if I needed to add more, I would go ahead and add more at that time. So as you can see, I have a Glitzy Girl glitter foam insert in here already with the pole to go ahead and go with my cup turner, single cup turner. So I can hold this and spin it, and then once I get my glitter applied and then I seal it with the matte clear seal, then I can put it directly on the turner and we can start epoxying. So we're gonna go ahead, I'm gonna use the larger Mod Podge just because this is a much bigger space to work with. And we're just gonna go ahead and apply the first coat of Mod Podge. Okay, set that off to the side, and here we go. Oh, I opened up the small side by accident. We're just gonna go ahead and let this pour in all over the cup. This is so cute. Okay, I'm gonna go back in with the smaller side and I'm just gonna shake it pretty aggressively just so that if there's any spots in between, this is gonna be a filler. And because this is a chunky mix, there are those large chunky pieces, and so we have to shake pretty hard. But this is not gonna need a second coat. We're just gonna get in there with that little bits and we're gonna fill it in right now. So when I say shake hard, you have to shake hard because the large chunks will block up the little holes that are there, but we don't want the large ones to come out. They will, but they won't stick. Oh my gosh, that is absolutely adorable. Okay, you guys ready to do this? We are ready to epoxy. Let's see all this shine up. And also, I could not resist, so I added some AB Designs Snow Caps epoxy additive into my epoxy already. I know you can't see it, but you will. It's absolutely beautiful. And because pencils come in a crazy amount of different varieties, I don't mind if my whole pencil shines up. All right, so here we go. So once again, I am pushing very, very, very lightly. Okay, and we are back, and we are ready to finish doing the decals. I'm going to make this very, very simple. I did do a very soft sand on this tumbler already. It did not require heavy-handing sanding at all, thankfully. So now we're just going to go ahead and carry through. Okay, and I already put myself a little cheat snip in there, so all I had to do was pull this back and lay them down. And I just want to put it right at the points all the way down, and then one long one right around the rim, just to dress it up a little bit. I mean, there's no rule in pencils, right? So we're just going to put this here, just like so, and then run it down as a straight line. That actually lined up very well. So this little stand, look at how cute this is. I just wanted to tell you, my son built this for me a while back, and I decided to use some spray adhesive and glitter it. So I figured if I got questions, I just wanted you to know that yes, my son made this for me. I did not buy it anywhere. And I'm just gonna follow this right along. Okay. That one came up just a teeny tiny bit short, but that's okay because we're gonna put this on it. It's gonna cover it right up, or be close. So then I just wanna put this right, approximately right here. And then I'm just gonna follow this line right on through. And then right here, I think I'm gonna snip that just a little bit. I mean, I could use my X-Acto knife, but I don't think I'm going to. I'm just gonna snip it with the scissors. And just like that. Look, let me move this out of the way. Look at how cute this is. Okay, we are back and we are ready for the final coat of epoxy. And as you can see, I felt like it seemed unfinished to me. So I went ahead back in with the lines up at the top for the shaving part, just to make it look completed. I don't know why, I just never know when to say when, and I couldn't help myself. So I already have my epoxy set and ready to go, and we are ready to go ahead and proceed with the final coat. If you guys appreciated this video, thank you so much for watching. Please do not forget to hit the like button and subscribe to all so that you guys can see all new upcoming tutorials coming soon. Thanks again for watching. See you soon.